got to rant here a little bit. The healthcare system in this country is a joke. I don't even know where to begin. It's the insurance companies, obviously. But so back on Christmas Eve, I woke up and I had an issue with my back. Like I don't know what I did. I know that leading up to that, I was in the best shape of my life. I'd been working out for like a year and a half. Feeling great, you know. I'm 45. I was feeling like I did in my 30s again, like feeling good, you know, fully committed to it. Loved it. I ended up doing something to my elbow. I don't know if it's just golfer's elbow or whatever. I mean, that's what the symptoms were, and I felt it when I was doing a hammer curl. It felt like something tore, but I could not lift after that. So I took a break for a couple weeks, and then I tried it again. It just wasn't feeling good, so I ended up taking like a month off. And this month brought me up to like Christmas time. That week, I had started back up again. And I jumped right back into my normal routine. You know, I had only taken a month off, so I didn't think that I really needed to change my weights around. I just thought maybe I wouldn't be able to do as many reps or whatever. So I just did what I normally do, and I felt pretty good. But the night before this happened, I was on, I think, my third workout. You know, getting back into it, and it was a back and by routine, and I don't know, like there's nothing specific that stands out in my mind where it was like, I hurt my back, you know what I mean? Like there was nothing like that. I just woke up the next day and there was something, you know, I could feel it in my back. And the way that it was initially, as the day would go on, it would get worse. Like around 5 o'clock, man, it was full on, like, and it got to the point where like Christmas Day, it was worse. And the following day, worse yet. And like around 5 o'clock, I'd have to sit down on the couch and shove a bunch of pillows into my side and just sit there huddled up because of the pain that I was in. Man, excruciating pain, like in my lower right side, down at my waistline. Like, did not feel right at all. Like something's wrong, you know. But I've had problems with my back before, and you know, I just thought it'll go away on its own. I just got to get through it, you know what I mean? Take it easy a little bit, which is, you know, what I did for about 2 weeks. Like, we ended up, for Christmas, we got our son's tickets to an NFL game. My brother lives down by DC, so, you know, we got tickets to a Commanders game to take them for Christmas, you know, so we did that weekend following Christmas, the weekend before New Year's Eve. And so we drove down there, and it was torture being in a vehicle for like 5-6 hours or whatever, but managed to get there. But I mean, it basically still had a good time, but like obviously you're not enjoying yourself fully when you got something like this going on, you know. I mean, we're tailgating and having a good time, but like I'm literally in pain. Taking, at this point, my uncle was down there and he's like, just, you got to take like 3 Advil every 4 hours and it'll knock it out of there. Well, I started doing that. I was taking 12 Advil a day, and it did, like, you know, it made it bearable, basically. Like, but I'll tell you, on the 4-hour mark, man, every 4 hours, like, I'm popping 3 of them things. And it just, I remember I woke up, it was New Year's Eve down there, and I'm thinking, man, like, I'm in such pain. Because at this point, it's like now, first thing in the morning is terrible, and it's all day. Like, it's no longer just happening in the evenings. It's literally from the time I open my eyes, and it's worst in the morning until I get that medicine in me, and then all day. I literally was so close to going to the ER down there New Year's Day, but I was like, I did not want to go to an ER in the city or something. Like I just figured it'd be a nightmare. So I'm like, I'm just gonna have to wait till I get home, just deal with this. So I did, and I came home. I was off for a couple weeks for the holidays. I had vacation at work, so I was set to return. I think it was like on the 5th or something, like after New Year's and everything. I took the rest of that week off as well, so I had 2 weeks off, and then that Monday I came back into work, and I took medicine first thing in the morning, and I told myself, if I have to take medicine in 4 hours, like I'm probably gonna just leave work and go right to the ER, because I can't keep doing this. But that particular day, I didn't have to take it. Like, I managed to get through the day without taking medicine, and I thought, all right, maybe, you know, maybe it's starting to go the other way, whatever. But I'll tell you, like, I got home that evening, and at like 5 o'clock, I had to take medicine again, and I'm just like, that's it. I gotta go see what's going on. There's something wrong here. This isn't right. Like, it's not going away. If anything, it seems like it's getting worse each day. So that following day, I, you know, informed my manager what was up, and ended up taking off and heading to the ER. And I get to the ER and I tell them what's going on, and they literally, like, I'm telling them, like, I'm having lower back pain. The doctor comes in, has me sit up on the table, or bed or whatever, and he grabs about that. He grabs my right leg, you know, does a few things with it, asks me how it feels. I tell him, and he's like, all right, this is what I think you got. Here's how we're gonna treat it. And I couldn't even tell you the name of it. Whatever it is, it was like, his diagnosis is it was in my hip, inflammation in my hip. It starts with an S. I can't remember. Scoliosis or something maybe, I don't know. You know how the medical terms are. Anyway, he says that's what, most likely that's what you got going on here. We'll get you fixed up. Gave me a shot of steroid in one arm, gave me a shot of pain medicine in the other arm, said take a couple days for the steroid to kick in. That pain medicine should kick in fairly quickly and bridge the gap until that steroid kicks in, and within a few days you should be feeling good again. Okay, here we go. 3 days later, I'm in worse pain than what I was that day. I call the ER. I'm like, hey, I was just in there a few days ago, had a few shots, was told that I'd be feeling better. I'm not. I'm in worse pain. Like, I'm ready to come back down. I just didn't know if there was anything else I should do first, or, and they're like, well, we'd prefer that you see your primary physician before coming in a second time. And I'm like, okay. So I call my primary physician, which, mind you, I just switched to this doctor because of convenience. Like, he opened a new practice in the town where I work, and I just thought it'd be more convenient to go to him. So I just switched to this guy at the end of last year in 24. Like, I think my first visit with him was in November. And like, I tell them what's going on. They get me in right away. I got in that like at the end of that day. It was like 4:30 appointment or whatever. His last appointment of the day, I think. And I get in there. I tell him what's going on. And he's like, show me where it's at. And I pointed to it. He lifted up my shirt and touched my back. And he's like, that muscle is so hard. He's like, I literally, I don't think I've ever touched a muscle that felt that hard before. He's like, that thing is like a rock. He's like, they misdiagnosed you at the ER. It's not whatever they said it was in my hip. He's like, this is a lumbar issue. Like, we got to get you on some muscle relaxers to try and tame that down, that spasm that's in there. And then I'm gonna give you a 9-day oral steroid that's I guess a lot more potent, and it's an oral steroid, and you like take so many a day, and it tapers off each day until you're done with them. And so, you know, that's what I did. And I was hoping that, you know, now I'm gonna be good. You know, now we know what it is. I got the right stuff. whatever. But, and mind you, like, what I meant to say, at the ER, they never even looked at my back. Like, never lifted my shirt and looked at my back once. Like, which just, in hindsight, kind of blew my mind. Like, I'm here for lower back pain. I'm telling you where it hurts. You didn't even, like, look at my back. This doctor, within the first minute of being in the room with him, it's what he did first. He touched my back, and he's like, yeah, this thing is definitely flared up. It's in a spasm. We got to get this calmed down. So that's what he prescribed. Halfway through that, I'm like, listen, man, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be helping. I'm like in excruciating pain. Like I can't sleep. I'm up 3-4 times a night. Like, and I'm popping these Advil and this muscle relaxer now every 4 hours. I'm like, and it's just like, I'm not getting any relief. So he ends up giving me another pain medicine. I think it's gabapentin, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm taking that with it, and I finish out this 9-day steroid, and at the end of it, I'm like, I made an appointment. I'm like, listen, it didn't touch it. It's still there. It's just as bad. So he gave me a higher dose of the gabapentin, and I said, what I'd like to do is get an MRI because there's something wrong here. I mean, they did an X-ray at the ER, which was stupid. Like, I knew that wasn't going to show anything. I could tell that the problem, like, wasn't a bone issue in my spine. If anything, it was a muscle issue or something. I don't know. But, like, I just didn't think that the X-ray was feasible. But the way this stupid ass insurance is, you know, they'll do that. Even if it's not necessary, they'll do that. But I'm requesting an MRI, and he's like, the insurance, they won't go for that. He's like, they're gonna want you to do physical therapy first. And I'm thinking, physical therapy? Like, I can't even, like, I get up and move around my house for like 15 minutes and I'm in freaking pain, man. Like, and now I gotta do physical therapy? Like, we don't even know what's wrong with my back. What if what I do makes it worse? Like, I think it's so stupid that I would go do any type of physical activities when I have an issue that we don't even know what it is. It could make it worse. It could, you know, who knows? It's just, to me, you should do that first to verify what the issue is before you try and treat it. But they just throw physical therapy at it. You know why? Because you get to pay for that. I mean, they cover some of it, whatever, but it's a joke. It's a joke the way this shit works out. Sorry about my language, but this is so frustrating. Like, believe me, the things I'd like to say right now, I'm keeping it tame just because I want as many people to see this as possible. Like, there has to be reform with this stuff, man. Like, dude just got shot in the city because of the same stuff, right? Like, this big Luigi ordeal, you know, that now, you know, is hush hush. It was all big in the mainstream, but now it's hush hush. Shady as hell. Something definitely not right with it. But the fact of the matter is, the guy who got shot is a president of an insurance company. They're denying people medical care. And, like, people need medical care. You pay for insurance for this reason, and then when you try and use it, this is what you got to deal with. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, so I'm not happy about this, but I'm like, whatever, man. Whatever I got to do to get, like, this squared away, because, like, I'm in pain, like, ridiculous pain. And now I'm at, like, the 4-week mark. It's been a month. Like, so I start physical therapy, and I do, after 2 weeks of that, 4 sessions. The therapist, I was ready to go in that 4th session and tell him, like, listen, bud, this isn't working, man. Like, I didn't even have to do that, though. Like, I got there, he's like, listen, he's like, I think you need to have further imaging done. He's like, we've tried a lot of different stuff here. He's like, I'm not seeing any benefits from what we're doing. And I was explaining, like, the day after the therapy, because of all the messing around with it, like, I'd wake up in worse pain just because of the therapy. And he's like, yeah, I think you need to have further imaging done, an MRI, and possibly pain management. Like, we can continue on with the therapy, but I think that needs to be pushed forward here, so to try and get you some relief and possibly to have a better understanding of what's going on. I'm like, good deal, that's what I wanted to hear, my man. And so I go to my doctor and I tell them, well, I called my doctor when I got home that day and I said, hey, my therapist is suggesting further imaging and possibly pain management. And the receptionist says, okay, I'm gonna pass this information along to the doctor, and if it may require a visit to get the referral. If that's the case, we'll let you know. If not, you should be hearing something from the people to set the MRI up. And I'm like, okay. I waited a day, another day, didn't hear anything. I'm like, all right, what's going on? Not hearing nothing. I figured I should have heard something within the third day, but I didn't. So I called the doctor's office. I'm like, hey, just following up here. Like, I was told that the doctor was submitting for the MRI and I should be hearing from somebody to schedule it, but I haven't heard anything yet. Just wanted to, you know, follow up and see what's going on. And it's a different receptionist, and she's like, let me check your folder. And she's like, oh yeah, I see here where we need to have you come in to get that referral. And I'm like, all right, like, no one called me, told me. I'm sitting here for a few more days in pain. The hell with it though, you know, like, the whole thing has been an absolute joke, man. All of it. I mean, I'm not trying to come down hard on the doctor, because, like, I get it, but, like, come on, man. Someone couldn't have called me following that day and said, hey, you're gonna have to come in to get that MRI referral. So anyway, they got me in that day. 3 days later, I go in, so that, actually, it wasn't that day. It was that was a Friday when I checked in with them. It was that Monday when they were able to get me back in, so I had to go the whole weekend. I go in literally for 2 minutes for him to submit the damn thing so that he can collect his doctor visit for the day or whatever, and I finally get this thing submitted. All right, he's like, so it's submitted. You should be hearing something, if not today, within the next day or two. Good deal. Well, those days come and go. Still crickets from anybody. Ended up being 10 days. 10 days go by. And I did follow up in between there to see what the hell was going on. And they're like, we just haven't heard back from the insurance. I ended up stopping in there like on day 7. And I'm like, hey, it's been a week. Like, should I have heard something from somebody by now? And she's like, well, let me check. She's like, oh, I see here in your chart where Highmark contacted us yesterday and they required more information to be submitted to this other EvaCore or some other bullshit thing. Like, so they had to fax all this stuff over to them as a pre-authorization for the approval for this MRI. She's like, so I expect that you should be hearing something in a day or two. And I'm thinking, yeah, okay. Like, I've heard this how many times now? It'll be another week. Anyway, 3 days later, 10 days, they deny it. They deny me the MRI. Now, this whole time, I'm off work on short-term disability. Like, luckily, I have a good job. Like, I have that benefit. I'm still being paid 100% of my wages, luckily, but that's coming to an end here soon. And it's not going to be 100% of my pay. And I still have an issue. Now, it has gotten a little better, but, like, the issue's still there. I have a problem. I can't go back to work not knowing what this is and possibly, like, re-injure it or cause that same pain again. I don't want to go through that again. I feel like I'm on the other side of that severe pain, but, like, I'm still in pain, and I'm afraid if I go back to work and start doing my normal job, like, I'm gonna flare it up, I'm gonna re-injure it, something's gonna happen, and then it's gonna be workman's comp. I don't want to deal with all that. Like, I just want to know what's going on with my back. I want answers so that I can get the proper treatment. Like, first, you need a diagnosis of what the issue is. This shit is common sense, man. I want to know what the issue is, and then after we know what the issue is, then you can treat it properly. Like, how can you just throw shit at things? You don't even know what's going on. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to me how this works. And, you know, I hear all these whine-ass people. I'm traveling right now. Had therapy this morning, actually. And I stopped by because I'm like, hey, well, anyway, I was denied, and the doctor called me to tell me I was denied, and he said, I think it's because it came from a general doctor, and I'm going to send you to a specialist. If they submit for the MRI, most likely you'll get it. So now I'm like, Now I'm pissed. But I'm not in the same type of pain that I was. Otherwise, man, I would have been absolutely livid. Like, it's now been like over 2 months, damn near 3 months, I think. I don't know. We're heading into March. It was the end of December. So, I mean, it's been long enough. And like, now you're denying me like treatment to find out what is actually going on here. But like I said, I'm not in the same type of pain. So otherwise, man, I just, if I was still in that same type of pain and they denied it and I get to live in that pain, like, because of this bullshit, like, I just don't get it, man. I don't understand how they can get away with that. Like, and I think that, like, this is what happened in that kid's case, that Luigi kid. Like, I remember when I first heard about it and looked into it a little bit, it seemed to me like he was rejected treatment for a back issue. Like, anybody that's had back issues, man, you know, like, this shit is not fun to deal with. Like, you just want to get through it and get treatment to help it and, like, relieve the pain. And for these insurance companies to have the ability to deny people care, like, is just ridiculous to me. So anyway, like, he tells me that on Friday. It is now that it was denied on Friday, and tells me, I'm going to submit you to a specialist. You should be hearing something from them to set up an appointment. Well, that was Friday. Today is now, what is it, Wednesday? Thursday. Today's Thursday of the following week. So it's been damn near a week. I still have not heard from the specialist, like, just to schedule the appointment. Like, it just seems ridiculous to me. Like, I would have thought I would have heard something within a day or two to just at least schedule it. I get if they're busy and my appointment's a couple weeks out, but not, like, I can't even get a phone call to schedule the damn appointment. Like, there's an issue here, man. Like, there is a problem with this shit. Like, and it needs to change. And, like, all these whine asses about this administration and all, like, listen, if RFK can come in here and fix this shit, like, something has to change. This is not right. Like, and this is one little fragment of the issues with everything, like the healthcare system. I mean, it's like a drop in the bucket of the bullshit that these people have to, like, deal with the way things are in this country. But this is what we're talking about now. I'm just saying, like, anybody who's against anyone that wants to go in and straighten this system out, like, if you don't realize the problems there are, like, you're just naive, gullible. You need to turn your damn TV off. Like, there's an issue here, and I'm hoping he's the man to fix it. But, like, that Doge shit they're doing, they need to do the same thing in the health industry. I don't know how you go about it. I don't know how he's gonna fix it. I mean, I'm all about holistic approaches to things, and I'd much rather stick with that type of treatment. But in this type of situation, man, there's not much. Like, I've tried everything. Like, I've tried other things. I've tried castor oil on it. I have heat on it constantly. Like, it's just, there's an issue. And sometimes when there's these type of issues, you have to deal with this healthcare system to get the proper treatment. And yeah, like, I just feel like I'm being drugged through the damn gravel on this, man. Like, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. And yeah, I just kind of want to throw my story out there because I'm sure other people are going through this, man. And I think we need to raise some hell. I think some hell needs to be raised. I think like, this stuff needs to be pushed out so they hear it. Like, so for anybody that's going through shit, dealing with this this joke of a healthcare system that we have, start putting your shit out there, man. Let them know what's going on. Like, they gotta hear it. Like, I think that why things changed with this last election is because people were fed up, man. And people who kept their mouths shut for a long time were finally like, all right, I'm not doing it anymore, man. Like, I'm gonna like, voice my opinion on this. Something needs to change. And I think enough people did that, and look what happened. And so I feel like And I'm not, don't get me wrong, man, I'm not a Trumper, but like, something had to change. Biden was a joke. All that bullshit they shoved down your throat is a joke. Like, we don't need that, man. We need a lot of things straightened out in this country. And if he's the man to do it, I don't care who it is. But things need to change. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my story. I felt almost obligated to put it out because I'm sure other people are going through it, man. And I just think we need to start pounding the drums, man. And they need to hear, like, what's up, what's going on. And this stuff needs to be exposed because it ain't right, man. It's just not right. And, yeah. So anyway, I don't know what the next steps are for me. It's a waiting game. I had therapy this morning. I stopped at the doctor's office. I'm like, hey, it's been almost a week. I still haven't heard from this specialist. Is that normal? I thought I would have got a phone call to schedule it at least, like, by now. And she's like, well, there was someone else in here that we had sent over there, and they said that they are not even getting an appointment till June. Okay, so now, like, I don't know, man. There's an issue here. There's definitely an issue here. And the first step, in my opinion, to fixing it is exposing it. So that's what I'm all about. Later.